Ariel Helwani post-fight at Strikeforce in Hoffman Estates, Illinois, alongside Dan Henderson. And Dan, you said in the post-fight press conference, probably the biggest win of your career. How are you feeling after it?
I feel awesome. It's definitely up there as one of the top wins. That means the most to me, the biggest achievement in my career. No belts on the line, but definitely something that I'm going to cherish. I wanted to test myself against someone like Fedor and wanted him to be in shape, and he came out ready to fight, so I was pretty happy with it.
The ending was an unbelievable sequence and somewhat controversial. A lot of people thinking that it was an early stoppage. Why do you think the right call was made at the end there to stop the fight?
I feel like I hit him pretty good, and he just landed face first on the ground, and I hit him a couple more times. I think that's when Herb started to step in, and I didn't really realize it, and I was trying to finish him, and Herb was trying to get me off. And that, during that time, I think Fedor started to realize what was going on. And, I think that, if I would have just moved off when Herb pushed me off the first time, it wouldn't have been controversial at all. Had he not even stepped in, he would have stepped in a few seconds anyway, because I don't think he was going anywhere, and I was going to be planted on top of him.
It looked like when you initially landed that first punch that he went limp. Do you feel as though you might have woken him up with those punches afterwards?
Possibly. That kind of happens sometimes.
Now, when that all was happening, was Herb even talking to him, or what exactly was happening in your mind in terms of the discussion between Herb and Fedor, if there was any?
I don't think I didn't hear anything said. I just kind of was getting pushed to the side and wasn't realizing Herb was the one pushing me, and I was trying to hit Fedor in the head, and then realized Herb had already been trying to stop the fight.
Did he hurt you at any point prior to you recovering and landing that uppercut?
Well, I have stitches, right. So obviously that didn't feel good. Now he knocked me down, but I think I was more off balance, and obviously hit me decent with cutting me open, but I was completely aware the whole time because I felt it sting. As soon as I hit the ground, something was stinging on my face, and just waited to kind of see what he was going to do on top of me, and I was able to get an underhook, get a single leg, and pop him over, and he lost his balance, and I ended up on his back.
Unbelievable pace to start the fight. Did you expect it to go that way?
Not at all. I thought Fedor would kind of come out and bounce around a little bit, and I was going to move around and be patient, kick his lead leg a lot, and he came right out after me, wanting to fight.
I know you don't want to speak for him, but what do you think he'll do next? Do you think this is the end of Fedor in MMA?
I have no idea. I didn't hear some of the questions with the press conference, so I don't know what you heard, but I would love for him to continue fighting and get motivated to keep learning.
Okay, and finally, you told us this was the last fight on your contract with Strikeforce. Where will we see you next?
I don't know. We'll see. I would like to defend my title at 205 in Strikeforce, but I'm open to unifying a belt, whoever the champ is at the UFC.
But no specific preference. You don't want to go to the UFC or stick around or fight someone in particular?
I would like to, represent Strikeforce and unify a title.
So perhaps renew that contract, a new deal.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks for the time and congratulations, Dan.
No problem.